Hello.
Hello once again. Yes, this is Simmons and Simmons looking back on my dad's 50 pantos. Nice touch, yeah. And we've come to yet another very picturesque and beautiful setting. Now, you did 32 pantomimes with my uncle.
With Alan, yeah, as the Simmons brothers, yes.
You did 3 pantomimes on your own.
Yes, as Keith Simmons.
Today is particularly exciting because it's the venue of the first ever pantomime for Simmons and Simmons.
That's right, a name that took us ages to think up.
It did. We are at the venue where we first performed in pantomime together. We're at the fabulous Horth Theatre in Crawley.
We are.
Shall we go and have a look inside?
We certainly will, and it is a great setting, as you said, isn't it? Beautiful.
Very beautiful. We spent many wonderful afternoons picnicking out here at the front before performing in the theatre.
I don't remember any of that.
That last part isn't true. Well, rather wonderfully, we've been allowed back into what we believe was the very dressing room we used for this season.
It's changed slightly, but I think this was it, and we shared this with a great guy called Malcolm Lord, who was the dame in our pantomime. He'd actually been understudy for many years with John Inman, hadn't he?
That's right, yeah.
But Malcolm was famous for being Bungle, of Zippy George and Bungle. He was the guy in that big furry outfit. But it used to amaze us because we'd have people come to the stage door here and say, "Is it true Bungle is with you?" We say, "Yeah," and he'd come out and he'd have to sign autographs as Bungle. I mean, it
could have been anyone dressed as a drive
exactly,
bear,
but it was Malcolm
he
Lord.
achieved notoriety from it.
He was a great day, but we had a lot of fun, a lot of laughs in this dressing room, sharing it with him.
Also, he provided the company, well, he had a lot of them, having been Bungle, with a Bungle pencil top that you used to get, didn't you? And kids put them on top of pencils.
Yeah, that's right.
And I remember we had a game amongst the company. It never became known to the audience, but if anyone had to shake hands or sort of pat someone on the back or do something physical, interact with someone on stage, we passed this pencil top around between people, and whoever ended up with it in the finale had to buy cakes for the green room.
and I remember saying as director, I said, "Look, no messing about with this, we shouldn't be doing this." And then one night I got given it on stage. I had to hide it and was choked because I had to buy cakes.
There were proper rules though. Once you got it in a scene, you couldn't just pass it on again. You had to wait till the next scene.
I can't believe it was taken so seriously.
Why do I still remember it? Why do I still want to play it?
Why do we still own Bungle pencil tops?
I blame Malcolm Lord for everything.
Yeah.
Just wanted to show you a little bit more of how picturesque this site really is, where the Horth is. And it's quite rare to have a theatre kind of just built in its own grounds with amazing car parking facilities.
Yeah, it certainly is. But I think this is actually standing on a 32-acre site.
Oh, you've done your research?
Or
did you remember that from 15 years ago?
No, I certainly didn't.
One thing I remember from 15 years ago in this production, it was my first chance of playing the captain in Dick Whittington, captain of the ship. And I had some very questionable tights I had to wear.
They were questioned by a lot of people.
I remember they were quite vibrant and stripy.
And they were quite tight, which I suppose isn't unusual. That's why they're called tights, because they're meant to be tight. But on you, they were tight.
Brilliant.
So here we are, still at the Horth in Crawley.
Absolutely, and we've ventured up to here, the upper bar area, which I do remember very well.
Well, of course, you were always at the bar, that's true.
No, it was actually because you were directing the show, you'd written it,
yes.
And then this has since been passed on to me since I've got into directing and writing with you. We don't normally like to do a read-through at the first day of rehearsals. We like to just get on with making the show start to happen.
When I first started doing pantos, you always had a read-through. Everyone would sit down in a semicircle with the scripts and just read through it all. And,
but I find you don't really learn much about it by doing that. You're just kind of losing a couple of hours. You might be better off just getting into it.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what we used to started doing when we were.
But the reason I remember this area, is we all congregated here to meet the whole company on the first day, and our star of the show, Dave Benson Phillips, admitted he was dyslexic, I think, or he suffered from dyslexia, and he desperately wanted to do a read-through to help him get to grips with the script.
Yeah, so although we didn't normally do that, that's someone just reading the script by the way down there, I think. And we decided, yes, we'd go ahead and do it, so that's what we did.
We broke with tradition just for Dave.
Yeah, Dave, we remember it well.
Something else I remember about this venue, which is still true today at the Horth, is it has a beautiful auditorium, but all those seats on the rake can be done away with, can be pushed back and make it into a completely flat-floored venue as well.
That's right, so they have huge events here, weddings and all sorts of functions go on, as well as theatre shows.
So theatre that's multi-purpose.
Yeah, but as you say, it is a beautiful auditorium, even though it's very modern.
Well done, Horth.
Yep. So here we are at the stage door at the Horth Theatre in Crawley.
And why are you holding your phone up? Well, something very exciting has happened.
It really has, because when we were here 15 years ago, the star of the show playing Dick Whittington was the legend himself, Dave Benson Phillips. And on my phone here, it's Dave.
Hello there, Mr. Simmons. How are you? You never write, you never phone, you know. Bring me flowers.
It's great to speak to you, Dave. And we were just reminiscing.
To watch you guys working, because I mean, my career goes back fairly far as well, and I can remember being bowled over not only by, I mean, there were some great acts that I saw as a blue coat on the holiday camp.
Yeah.
So great entertainers, great wrestlers, everybody.
Yeah.
But one of the people, two of the acts that I remember seeing, and I was stunned by, one was Gary Wilmot, for who you wrote for years later.
Yeah.
When it came to matters of television, and of course yourself, Mr. Simmons, and your brother.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing you two guys working in the Rye Bar at Cambersands, Pontin's Cambersands. So this was back in 1983, and for one glorious night in the Rye Bar, downstairs doing a quick change routine using a mailbag escape, was yourself and your brother.
Yeah, that's right.
And it had been the first time I had ever seen a routine done like that, and it was absolutely hysterical. And you were one of those acts, and I'll never forget it. When you used to put acts on in a bar like that, it was all about the drinking. You know, the fact that there was somebody singing and dancing and performing their hearts out was something as inconsequential, as incidental as it was. Like, whatever, get the beers in.
Yeah.
When you guys were on, I kid you not, the bar staff loved you because nobody went to the bar. They literally sat and watched your act. And it was something that I always remembered, because I used to stand with the management.
We had a letter from Fred Pontin saying he wasn't going to use us anymore because no one bought any drinks.
Dave, do you remember from our season in Crawley, there was a brilliant thing that happened where Alice Fitzwarren had to get kidnapped by King Rat, and then someone had to come on and say, what's happened to Alice? And one night a little kid in the audience got up and shouted, she's been taken by a big horrible black thing. And you came on from the side of the stage and went, hope you don't mean me, and it brought the place down. It was unbelievable.
We just thought that was the most brilliant ad lib we'd ever heard. Fantastic.
And do you know what, to be around you, and it was one, I think the only time in my 40 years in show business that I was funny. And the fact that it was witnessed by, comedic royalty, that's enough for me.
Oh, Dave, listen.
Please dine out on that story, because it would be lovely to know it's out there.
Fantastic, we will.
All right, but listen, cheers. Keep in contact.
We'll do.
We will.
Love to all the family and to Benji. All right.
Yours too, sir. Yours too.
Cheers, mate.
Thank you, young Mr. Simmons.
God bless.
Good
See ya.
to speak to you, Dave.
Bye.
Right, so we'll just walk back here.
Yeah.
Oh, we seem to have broken some of the Horth's rules.
Yeah, we've
there.
overstepped the mark there.
Oops. Right. Well, it's been a pleasure once again.
It has.
And feel free to join us for more of these videos very soon.
See you soon.
Dreams come true and couplets rhyme.